Okay, good day everyone. No? For today's topic, no, it is our week 8. The week 8 topic is about the defect and damage inspection of cargo spaces, hatches, and ballast tanks. So for our discussion for today, which is very important topic in ships operation and cargo safety, because as seafarers like you must understand that the condition of cargo spaces directly affects the cargo safety and the ship stability and the overall safety of the vessel. So before and during after the cargo operations, the crew must carefully inspect the cargo areas to detect carefully or inspect the cargo areas to detect any defects or damage on the vessel. So this inspection help us to prevent problems such as the cargo contamination, water ingress, structural failure, and cargo loss. No, so in this lesson, we will going to learn how inspections are being conducted and what is the specific defects or damages are commonly encountered in cargo spaces, hatch covers, and ballast tanks. So first for our preloading and unloading inspection. So before loading and unloading inspection, the crew must conduct a preloading inspection of the cargo space. So this inspection ensures that the cargo space is safe, clean, and suitable for the cargo that will be carried out next. So one of the first things to check is the cleanliness of the cargo hold. The space must be free from debris, leftovers of cargo, oil, or dirt, or moisture because this can contaminate the new cargo. And we should remember that if we're going to load a cargo for today, we are not going the same cargo on the next day because every port is a different cargo na binibigay ng charterer. So the charterer is the one who will delegate the vessel kung anong klaseng cargo yung ilo-load natin from one place to another. So one of the first thing is to check the cleanliness of the cargo because maybe there are different types of cargo na ilo-load and it contaminate the cargo if uh, these two different cargo are not compatible or suitable to have the same cleanliness as the previous one. So in order for us to check securing equipment such as the tie downs, straps, and cargo nets to make sure that it's still functional and strong enough to secure the cargo. So finally, the doors and hatch covers and seal must be inspected also to ensure that they are very close properly and can prevent water from entering the cargo hold. So for our cargo spaces condition check, so when checking the cargo spaces condition, the crew must ensure that the environment inside the cargo hold is suitable for safe cargo transport. So the first step is confirming the spaces are clean and dry. Moisture inside the hold can because moisture inside the hold can damage the next cargo, such as the cement, grains, products, or unpacked or packaged goods. So second, the inspector also carefully look for the visible damage like cracks, dents, or corrosion of the cargo holds for the walls, floors, and structure. So this cargo or these damages may weaken the structure or the cargo to lift during the voyage. So third of all, the securing arrangement must be checked, including the tie-down points and the securing devices. So lastly, hatch covers and doors must be examined to ensure the proper sealing if the hatch covers are not properly sealed, because seawater may enter the cargo hold during the heavy seas. Then we have the doors and hatch covers are critical components of the cargo spaces during this voyage because they can protect the cargo from water, weather, and the contamination. So during loading and unloading operation, the crew should check whether the cargo or the doors or the hatch covers open and close properly. So if it is difficult to operate or to become stuck, it may indicate a mechanical damage for the misalignment. So next, seals and gasket must be inspected. These rubber seals ensure that the hatch cover is watertight. So if the seals are broken or worn out, seawater may enter to the cargo hold and in which it can damage the cargo or can cause corrosion. just like on the photos na nakita nyo ngayon, no? Another important inspection point is the alignment. So if hatch cover or doors are not properly aligned, meron siyang gaps, then meron din at nagfo-form siya ng it allows the water or the air or to enter inside the cargo hold. Doon nagkakaroon ulit ng uh, potential damage to the cargo hold. So for this one, no, ensure that the doors and hatches must be properly aligned, and misalignment can cause the gaps or liquidity issues. No, ayun yung example kanina. Then next we have the moisture and the water infiltration inspection. So moisture is one of the most common causes of the cargo damage inside the cargo holds. So during loading and unloading operations, especially in rainy weather or when handling wet cargo, the crew must check the signs of water intrusion. So water accumulation inside the cargo hold can lead into rust. Minsan nagkakaroon din ng mold growth and structural corrosion. Then inspector should check the walls, floors, and ceilings for the damp spots or water droplets or stains. So in some cases, moisture may not be visible. So inspectors may use a moisture meter to detect hidden dampness or behind the surface. So early detection of moisture helps prevent long-term structural damage. Syempre, if you're going to detect it right away, no, may iwasan niya na lumala pa yung metal weakening. So early detection of moisture prevents for long-term structural damage and protects the cargo from the contamination. For our ventilation and temperature control systems, some of these spaces requires controlled ventilation and temperature conditions, especially when transporting perishable goods or sensitive cargo. So the crew must check the ventilation, the system is properly functioning, and proper airflow prevents moisture buildup, condensation, and mold formation. So if the cargo spaces is equipped with temperature control systems such as the refrigeration units, this must also inspected because the inspector should verify the system if operating correctly and maintaining the required temperature. So if these systems are malfunctioned, such as the food products, the chemicals or pharmaceuticals may spill or degrade. So therefore, regular inspection of ventilation and temperature control system is essential. So meron naman tayong inspection during severe weather conditions. So before severe weather arrives, the crew must conduct a pre-weather inspection to ensure that the cargo space or the cargo are being protected. So the first step is to secure all cargo properly using the tie downs or the straps and securing equipment. So severe weather such as the strong winds or the rough seas can cause cargo to shift or to become unstable, so which can carry damage that cargo hold or may affect the stability of our vessel. Then next, the inspectors must check also the waterproofing components to include the seals, the gasket, and the hatch covers to prevent water from entering the cargo space. The crew also should verify the ventilation systems are working properly to maintain airflow. Additionally, the roof deck and the structural components and the must be inspected to ensure that there's no weak spots that could be worsened during the severe weather. Then after that, we should monitoring during the severe weather conditions. So while the vessel is experiencing severe weather, the crew must perform continuous monitoring of the cargo spaces. So frequent visual inspections should be conducted to check that there's no water leaks, structural stress, or unusual movement. Because heavy rain or storms may cause water to enter and have small cracks all or faulty seals. So inspector must watch for the water pooling or dump areas. So using like the tools for the moisture meter can help to detect the hidden water damage. And another important task is monitoring the cargo movement. Like high winds or rough seas may cause cargo to shift. If cargo movement is detected, the crew must check or must take corrective actions such as the adjusting of the securing equipment. Kung sa tingin nyo gumagalaw yung isang cargo sa securing points na ginawa nyo, then you can make adjustment. And when during the cold weather naman, inspector should also check for ice or snow accumulation, which is can add weight or pressure to the cargo structures. Then meron din tayong mga external factors during the severe weather. So severe weather can also affect the external parts of the cargo space, which the high winds may cause structural damage to the doors, hatch, and cargo space. Like the high winds may also cause structural damage to the doors. Inspector must check the warped panels, loose fittings, or broken components. Flooding is another major risk, no, yung pagkaroon ng water ingress sa ating accommodation or even on the machinery spaces. Rising water levels can cause water to enter to the cargo spaces, damaging both the cargo and the ship structures. So the crew must also inspect the drainage system. Kasi kapag nagkaroon ng water ingress, then wala tayong proper drainage system, magi-stuck yung tubig. So, to ensure there are no clog, proper drainage prevents water from the accumulating inside the cargo space. So, in cold climates or colder climates like there's no snow or ice buildup on the ship's exterior surface must be removed to prevent excess weight and structural stress. Then after that, dapat meron din tayong post-weather inspection. Kapag natapos na tayo dun sa lugar kung saan merong mga heavy weather or different uh, force majeure na maano natin sa dinaanan natin na voyage. So, dapat meron tayong post-weather inspection. So, after a weather pass or a post-weather inspection must be conducted. So, the first step is to checking the water ingress inside the cargo space. So if there are water entered through the damaged seals or cracks, it must be removed immediately to prevent rust or mold. So the cargo itself should also be inspected for damage caused by moisture, like freezing and temperatures or heat exposure. Then next, the inspector should check the structural damage, such as the bent walls, kung meron mang nagbent na or meron na damage doon, or warp hatch covers or weakened structural components. Then all cargo securing equipment must be inspected as well before whether severe weather may also stretch or damage the straps, latch, or the tie-down points. Then, ano ba yung mga tools or techniques for severe weather inspection na gagamitin natin? So, to conduct effective inspection, the crew use several tools and techniques. First, we have the flashlight or inspection lamp. So it is being used to examine dark areas inside the cargo hold, whether the damage may not be visible or not. So a moisture meter, it helps us to detect the moisture that could lead to corrosion or the cargo damage. Then we have also the infrared thermometer or thermal camera that can detect the temperature variation that may indicate moisture problems or insulation failure. Then meron din tayong temporary repairs may also require waterproof sealants or tapes to stop the minor leaks. But it is not for the permanent one. It is only for temporary. Then all inspection findings must be properly documented during the water proof notebooks or the digital services or devices so that the ship's officer can take corrective actions and maintain proper records. So this topic is napakaiksi lang, no, because it is a only part of the previous topic. So to conclude, proper inspection of cargo spaces, hatch cover, and ballast tanks is essential to ensure that the safety of the vessel, protection of cargo, and prevention of the structural damage. So through systematic inspection before loading and during the cargo space or cargo operation, rather during the severe weather and after the operations, the crew can detect the defects, uh, such as the corrosion, cracks, moisture intrusion, misaligned hatch covers, and structural damage. So early detection, this cause allows the crew to take corrective actions immediately, preventing the cargo contamination, cargo loss, and potential safety hazards. So as future maritime officer, it is your responsibility to allow conduct through inspections and follow the safety procedures and properly documented any defects or damage. By doing so, you help maintain the integrity of the vessel, protect the cargo, and ensure the safe maritime operations. So if there's any question, you can raise your virtual hand so we can discuss. So this topic is included for your pre-final examination. And if you have a question, just raise your virtual hand. So if not naman, you can take 30 minutes break before we proceed to our quiz. So mag-break muna tayo. Then be back after 30 minutes.